Ideally, you want to figure out a way to manage your budget so that you can save for both retirement and a down payment on a house. If you think that sounds impossible, it might be that you have some wrong ideas about how much money you need for a down payment. So a lot of buyers, younger buyers and first-time buyers in particular, think that you need a 20% down payment to buy a house. And that's just not the case. There are plenty of low down payment programs. And in fact, if we look at the stats, millennials tend to put just about 8% down on average for a house. Even older generations, Gen Xers and Boomers, don't quite put 20% down on average. Gen Xers are in the 12% range, and baby boomers are typically putting about 19% down on a house. So not everyone is putting 20% down. That said, the lower the down payment you make on the same price house, the higher your monthly payments are going to be. So that can make it difficult to have money left over for other spending and other savings goals. So it's something you definitely want to think about when you're constructing your budget for a house and making sure that you're factoring in how much you want to save for retirement when you're building that budget. So there are studies that suggest that you'd be better off renting and investing your money in the stock market instead of buying a home. But what we find when we look at the data is that homeowners tend to have much higher wealth than renters. In fact, their net worth tends to be 20 to 45 times as much as renters. In large part, that's because people are people. And while you might do better investing your money in the stock market, it helps to have the forced savings plan of a mortgage that helps you pay a certain amount every single month and build up that nest egg in your home. So that's another thing to consider. And then finally, the last thing millennials should think about is timing. It doesn't make sense to get into home ownership if you're only going to be in a place for a short time. So if you're considering a career move or a change of scenery, you might not want to invest in home ownership at this point. You want to wait until you're going to be somewhere for about 3 to 7 years in order to make that financial move make sense. So it may not seem possible, but it probably is a possibility to save for both a down payment and retirement.